Yes, yes. Definitely want to spend time talking about fishnets.
Everyone, I am Darnice, Wright, the creator of Fishnets, the executive producer of the movie Fishnets.
And I'm Eddie the artist, and I played the role of Eli.
Wow. Tell you, you, I'm still afraid of you. Well, I
I'm
want.
afraid of myself.
So let's start with that, Mr. Wright. Did you do anything to get into character for this particular role?
Honestly, before the hotel scene, it was so difficult for me to go into that scene because number one, I had to smoke a cigarette, and in 2013 I was diagnosed with lymphoma brain cancer. So I was like already in a place of like this is already not who I am, you know. So on top of that, my mother was a rape victim. So
Wow.
going into that scene, it was just like so many different emotions at one moment, and I had to, really click into the character of Eli. Myself, I would never do anything like that, but I had to remove myself from the scene that I was
Right.
going into. It was pretty difficult.
Yeah.
It was pretty difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you did a great job, by the way. You did a great job. Ms. Wright, making this movie, this was your first film
Yes.
that you produced. Let's talk about that. It's a very strong, powerful message in this movie. And I think, like I said, I've watched it several times, and I always saw something different. It really pointed to sometimes people do scream out for help and it goes unnoticed. I noticed that in the beginning of the movie. Was that intentional, or what did you go through to want to make this movie?
Well, it was intentional. Initially, I was going to have a disconnection with a mother and a daughter, and it was going to be in an urban area. But I decided to change some things and have a father disconnected with the daughter, and they're in the suburbs. Because a lot of times they think human trafficking it's an inner city issue.
Right.
And I wanted them to know that young people from the suburbs can get caught up in online dating or dating the wrong individuals and get trafficked as well.
Yeah, definitely. I learned a lot, between the difference when we had the conversation, sex trafficking, human trafficking, and you enlightened me on a lot of things, which I think is a very commendable thing that you've done to make this message. And what was some of the struggles that you had in producing this? I know, your first time out. And were there some hiccups? Was there some frustrations? Can you talk about that?
Of course, so we shot the film in the middle of a pandemic.
Wow.
So basically,
That alone. Right.
We couldn't come outside, so we had to do Zoom rehearsals. There were no in-person rehearsals, and then when we were on set, we had to have 2 safety officers. There had to be COVID rules and regulations. Everyone had to be tested. So those were some of the biggest hurdles right there. And, we had to overcome those things to really push and make this movie happen.
Wow. Yeah, you pushed through. And so the writing process of the movie, was that pre-COVID or was that during, did you started during COVID?
That was pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we definitely have to look at, the different licenses and regulations and protocols that COVID brung along. Was there a lot of red tape in getting that done? Or in terms of the logistics was there testing every day, or how did it work?
So basically, I reached out to the Office of Cable Television, and I spoke with the permits people there. And they kind of gave me guidelines, and then from there I had to submit, like I said, our COVID guidelines for 811 Productions, and that was pretty much the red tape. And then, get our permits for certain locations. We had to have a permit for behind the apartment building, Oxenborn Park, the bus stop scene, and because again, you're in the middle of a pandemic, and then you have a whole camera and the whole crew of people there. And you know, people in the neighborhood are going to start questioning. So that's why it's good to have your permit on hand.
Right. Definitely, definitely. Well, we're going to learn a lot today. That's right. I really commend both of you all. And we're going to, I'm going to save the rest for inside.
Sounds
All right.